Hello and welcome to another motors.co.uk new car review. Now today we're going to be looking at the Mazda 3, but before we do, remember to like this video, subscribe to the motors.co.uk channel and hit that bell icon so that you get reminded each and every time we upload a new video. Mazda has been on somewhat of a hot streak lately with cars like the CX-3, the CX-5 and the 6 all making their marks in their respective markets. However, the firm hasn't really brought along a new model, and that's what this, the new 3, has been designed to do. It's come alongside the CX-30 to revitalise the brand and inject some new technology and, most importantly, a new engine into its offerings. So let's go out and find out what it's like. Mazda has knocked it out of the park with the looks of the 3. Sleek, agile and pretty edgy, it looks really good from all angles. It's got more than a look of a shooting brake about it in fact, and certainly looks more appealing compared to other boxy hatchbacks on the market today. It's a solid evolution of Mazda's design, and it's instantly recognisable as one of the firm's cars, and that's a really hard thing to do. The interior of the 3 is a smart place to be. There are plenty of high quality materials. This steering wheel is leather trimmed and it feels really nice to hold, and elsewhere you've got some little chrome accents which do help to brighten up an otherwise quite dark cabin. Now there is a lot of piano black trim used throughout, and though this is going to attract quite a lot of fingerprints, it does give a classy edge to the interior of the 3. And as I said, they have covered the practicality base as well too. There are some pretty big bottle holders in the side of the doors. You've got a nice big glove box, and in the middle you've got 2 decent sized drinks holders, which are ideal for when you're having a drink on the move. All in all, it's a well executed cabin. It just feels a little dark, but that could be helped by putting a lighter upholstery inside. As a result of that rake design, the Mazda 3 does compromise on practicality somewhat. The boot sits at 358 litres, and that's actually 6 litres smaller than the one you'd find in the older 3. It's also just behind the 380 litre boot that you'll find in the Volkswagen Golf. One thing we've always been able to rely on Mazda for is to deliver cars that are well priced but also really good to drive, and it's pleasing to report that the 3 continues this trend. Now why is that? I mean, it's just because they get the key points really well sorted. The steering, for instance, in this car is excellent. It's nicely weighted and it's direct too. And likewise, the 6-speed manual gearbox that we've got in this car has a great action to it. This is something that is really commonplace in all of Mazda's car, and we're very pleased that it's the same here. The new Skyactiv X engine is very interesting. It's a petrol-powered engine which uses diesel-style compression for a leaner burn. The idea is that you get the performance of a petrol with the efficiency and low emissions of a diesel. The supercharged 2-litre produces 178 brake horsepower and 224 Nm of torque, while returning a claimed combined economy figure of 51.4 mpg and emissions of 103 grams per kilometre of CO2. Now, because the engine has the compression style of a diesel, it does mean that you get plenty of torque, but that doesn't mean that you can't enjoy revving it out either. It's not the quickest, we'll admit, but it's got more than enough power for most occasions. Another thing that's excellent in this car is the ride. Though we're travelling on quite a bumpy road at the moment, the 3 is doing well to soak up most of the imperfections, and that's probably down to the well-sorted suspension and also a decent amount of tyre on the wheel. Both those things combine to make the car more relaxing and more hushed at speed. Even around town, this is a quiet car, and that's something that makes even longer journeys a lot more relaxing. Forward visibility is very good thanks to these relatively slim pillars, which is something you don't often see in modern cars. Visibility out the sides is excellent, but because of that raked roofline, the rear visibility isn't as good as you may get from some rivals. The rear screen is quite shallow, so that means that when you're looking behind you, there's not a huge amount of area in which to do so. The overall package that you get with the 3 is excellent. It means that as well as being able to cover long distances in a decent amount of comfort, you can have fun on your favourite road, because the steering, the engine and the gearbox link up to give you a car that can be exploited if and when you want to. The new 3 represents a very well executed overall package from Mazda. It looks like nothing else on the road today, and that'll be really appealing to some buyers. You could go down the route of traditional rivals like the Volkswagen Golf or even the Audi A3. But if you want a car that helps you stand out from the crowd while also offering great levels of interior tech and a really interesting engine, then the Mazda 3 is a car we'd highly recommend.